Good evening, race fans. Welcome back into another edition of the NSRL. We're back for race 2 of our doubleheader Tuesday night NASCAR at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the North Carolina Educational Lottery 200. 134 laps tonight. Stage 1 at the conclusion of lap 30. Stage 2 at the conclusion of lap 60. 3 green-white checkers if needed. 4 total tire sets. Fuel run about 50 laps, 48 to 52. We call it 50. 0 fast repairs. I got Art in the booth with me as always. Art, how we doing tonight?
Always excited to be back here for some NAS trucks with the NSRL. And we've got a packed house. Like,
We have
42 plus?
We had 42 drivers.
43!
43. I'll be the first to admit, I didn't have the DNQ tracker set up. We were chilling at about 28, 29 drivers pretty consistently, and now we're at 43. So that'll be added back in next week, and then I think we'll probably end up at 36 exactly. So action alerts will be fairly important tonight because I don't know who's going home off the top of my head. I don't have it directly in front of me.
I will be able to provide input because they still do the whole, locked in top 30. You get a short last name. So.
Okay.
For me, it looks normal.
Understandable. I don't see it in the overlays, but you get to see it actually on the dirty,
The results.
The results. If you got a short last name, right, you're locked in. And that makes sense. So. But I'll let Art handle all of that. We'll focus solely on our overlays. And we'll get it up and ready to go. Get rid of the race information. We got times on the board. Jeff Carson in the 9 truck.
It's looking foggy out there early.
Very early. The aim is to get into scheduled race distance here again tonight. No, we didn't. We went 0 for 3 this weekend. Different. Like it's so crazy when there's 43 guys and we gotta follow what everybody's doing. Max DiFilippi's doing burnouts. I mean, everyone's doing their own qualifying program. Time to beat still Jeff Carson, 29.7. We got Elliott Henderson over to the Truck Series. We brought a couple others over. We got Jeff Johnson coming back to Tuesday nights. Ross Brockman has made the jump over. We had Josh Mertens last week make the jump from Monday to Tuesday. He wrecked Brock Packard after the race in a kind of a revenge for that Watkins Glen incident a couple of weeks ago. He's on a 1-week vacation. But I'm glad to see the carryover from Monday to Tuesday. Jackson Sims there in the 66. It gets a little confusing. Ethan Evers in the 08. Time to beats Carson by 0.3 of a second. Elliott Henderson goes 6th quickest. 4 drivers within 1/10 of a second. Brandon Minto just right outside of that. 20 times on the board. Couple drivers still coming out of pit road. I mean, they're just popping in hot and heavy. Aaron Mack was 5 seconds off the pace. His second lap improves to 13th. He was setting up for that second lap. DiFilippi still doing his burnouts.
I mean, I guess he's locked in, so he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't have to worry.
He is unbothered. Richard Pruitt sets off on his first lap. Fog already out heavy on this racetrack. Guys will look to take advantage of that. They will assume there's a little bit more grip, colder temperatures.
We've had a 44th entry, by the way.
How about that?
I mean, I invited people, and I was told we were full. I was like, "There's no way we're full. We might be full."
It's full. We're sending 8 of you guys home. I hate it for you, but 8 of you can't race tonight. We'll see you next week. Pruitt's first lap, 23rd. Quickest Hodison sets off on his first lap. Pete Tart in the 67 machine sets out on his out lap. Brandon Mears right there. Stoney Benfield, he's looking like he might reset it. Pruitt coming to finish his second lap. Everybody still chasing Ethan Evers. Lawton got close, 0.14 of a second. Pruitt does improve his time, but not his position. Hodison to the end of lap 1. In the 22 truck. Like his lap might have been invalidated there. Might have got a piece of the wall. Kevin Belcher on the out lap. Jared Wishon on the out lap. Pete Tart crosses the line. Mike McConville on an out lap. 67 was very quick last week at Dover. Just very briefly brushed the wall out of turn number 4. And invalidated what could have been a pole lap. And Hodison, his second and only lap, puts him 12th quickest. On board with the 67, coming to the line. It looks good on the timing towers. Where's he going to end up at? Put him on top, 29.58. 900ths of a second. Put him P1. Still got some heavy hitters. Carlos Ortiz, Jared Wishon, McConville, Jeremy Brown. Others still to come with just under 4 minutes remaining. Wishon setting up for a second lap qualifying. Belcher's first lap, 24th quickest. McConville's first lap, 28th quickest. Carlos Ortiz, P2, gets a little bit closer. 0.06 of a second. Lost out on the first half of the lap, though was quicker on the first half of the lap for Pete Tart by a significant margin. Jared Wishon P3 on his second lap.
McConville people.
Times are coming in hot and heavy. They're not quite getting there, though. Johnny Knight.
Brandon Mears up to P6.
His truck's almost impossible to see. You can't tell the number, and I couldn't see it for a second. As he sets off on his first lap. Bryce Benton usually has pretty good speed in the 44. He goes P8. Alex Beard usually a factor as well.
Down to 2 trucks outside the top 30 that still need to qualify in. Johnny Knight and Eli Tomlin.
Tomlin has rolling off. Knight looking like he's going to set up. He's got 1 lap. He's building this up for his second lap. 37th quickest. Not going to get it done. But he was trying to build momentum, build a little bit of tire temps. He'll be off and rolling. Has to get in, can't hit the wall, or he's going home. I can't tell you where the cutoff is. I don't know where it needs to be.
I believe it's Gordon Larson Jr. right now in 23rd.
Oh, my goodness.
Like, that's the number I've played. Because it's, bottom 8 are going.
Second lap for Knight. Puts a P14. He'll make the show. Matt Mackin. His first lap. 38th quickest. Eli Tomlin sets off on his first lap. Very loose out of turn number 2.
Well, I might have got it. I think the line right now is Ross Brockman is the last. Oh, Gordon Larson is the last truck in. Ross Brockman is the first truck out. So I was kind of right. So just got to do better than 24th, 25th.
Tomlin 35th quickest. You say he needs to race his way in. Matt Mackin second lap, 37th quickest. Tomlin going to need to pick it up. but it looks like he's a little tight, and he's into the fence. He needed to push, and he went for it, but
man,
not going to be able to get in with that. 30 seconds remaining, and that'll be it. We had 40, 41, 42, 44 on the nose. John Wilco, Steve Herring, Rich Jett, Stoney Benfield, Brock Packard electing to not qualify, fall back on their points. Dylan Stowe going to be a DNQ.
I believe it's Richard Pruitt, Dylan Stowe, Eli Tomlin, Donovan Boruff, Patrick Hall, Kevin Belcher, Jeff Johnson, and Ross Brockman. If we're going 38.
There's Patrick Hall in the 72. Richard Pruitt, Dylan Stowe, Eli Tomlin, Boruff, Hall. We will definitely add it in the DNQ tracker for next week, though. My goodness. Kevin Belcher, you're right on it, I'm pretty sure. Let's take a look at it. Jeff Johnson. Yeah, Herring, Wilco, Jett, Benfield, Packard are all going to go in at the expense of Richard Pruitt, Dylan Stowe, Tomlin, Boruff, Patrick Hall, Kevin Belcher, Jeff Johnson.
Wait, if we're doing 38, wouldn't it be the first 6 out?
There's Eric Kepf. Because the trucks only have 36.
Okay, so it's not 38.
We're taking 8.
I'm just making sure.
Yep. So with that, Pruitt, Stowe, Tomlin 3, Boruff 4, Hall 5, Belcher 6, Jeff Johnson 7, Eric Kepf. Basic math.
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Kepf was the last one. Ross Brockman's safe by just about a tenth of a second, it looks like.
Who wasn't I counting?
Let me double check. In a minute since we had DNQ everybody, but
Because it should go. All right, who am I? Pruitt, Stowe, Tomlin, Boruff.
Yeah, the Craftsman Truck Series has 36 in the field.
Yeah.
There we go.
I just want to know who I'm missing.
Nevertheless, it's warm-up time, and our favorite time as we get to shill the YJ 1100 again. The double taking place on June 13th. Spot still available. Art should get us the link here in just a second.
Oh, every time I did that, I just somehow missed Eric Kep's name in there.
That's what it is. But yeah, we're running the double. Should be a good time. Second annual YJ Media Indy 500. It'll be our first time attempting the Coke 600. Some prize money available to everybody. Disclaimer, small entry fee. We can help pay out for everybody. But we'll have qualifying for Indy taking place in just under a week and a half at this point. June 6th, and then if needed, a bump day in the hour leading up to the Indy 500. And then Coke 600 qualifying will take place right before. We're just going to get in and get after it like we did here tonight. But the YJ 1100, super excited about it as we get closer to time. And we'll have more news on that soon, hopefully before the end of this week. Some additional details to hand out. But running the double, would love for y'all to be a part of it. Links are in the chat. You can also DM myself or Art, or join the Discord or whatever. We'd love to see you there, though. YJ 1100 season. Let's take a look really quick. We'll shift gears into race trim here tonight. Let's take a look at your practice results. Maddox Beard, Carlos Ortiz, Elliott Henderson, your top 3 in practice. Then you go shift over to qualifying. Did Maddox Beard end up on his second lap? I know he said he was... Wow, he actually did get there. We were following the DNQs and we missed it, but Maddox Beard follows it up. Carlos Ortiz right there as well. Very nicely done. Those are tonight's qualifying results as the warm-up's ending. And it's gonna be an interesting one. I mean, there's just so there's so many unknowns in this field. We've had an explosion of drivers join this week, or at least they've been in the league and they've now decided, hey, Charlotte, the local track, this is the place to be. So we'll see who gets it done tonight. 134 laps. I mean, honestly, it'll feel fairly quick. 30 laps in the stage. If they're able to get through this nice and tidy, it could go by pretty darn quick.
I didn't realize there was actually so few. Like, the race last night was kind of long, but man, it didn't feel like it, especially with how good it was, in my opinion.
But who on earth you got coming out on top of this thing? Who's taking the race win here this evening?
The fact of the field, we've gotten up to 44 drivers showing up. There is immense talent literally scattered throughout, and my pick to win is not in the top 20 in qualifying. I'm going with points leader Kane Hodison.
All right, way in the back there, P21. Interesting to note, last week at Dover, Michael Lawton from Bryce Benton, John Wilco was on the podium. He started 31st. We had last week was a little bit of a tire deal, so it was all mixed up. Ethan Evers from 23rd, Johnny Knight from 27th, ended up 4th. Benton got it done at Watkins Glen. So Benton's been on a tear. He starts P7. And that's who I'm going to go with. I think he'll get it done here again tonight in that 44 machine. He has really had some good form lately.
And I mean, yeah, there is talent. Like, Cody Porter has put drivers through to the Coke qualifier series. Even real close to actually making Coke. He knows his setups. He's fast himself. McConville, just a consistent throughout, really good. Wishin's been really fast. There's a lot here. Elliott Henderson.
Coming over from Monday nights. He'll be a factor, I'm sure. The fog will play a factor. We talked to drivers last night. They said it changed the conditions. They're going to start in this, and it starts right now. We're underway. And actually, a better launch for the 67 around the outside. 59 was trying to push Maddox Beard off into turn 1. He still couldn't get him there.
I got word from the 49 machine that it's going to be a start department. You can't say those things live. It's got to be a mechanical failure, all right? Make it look good for the sponsors.
Well, at the very least, though, right, you could probably just drive around at the back. Try and get a couple of spots, like wait for the big wreck.
He says his monitor's been flickering completely off and on again, so that might not be something you want to, mess with. Oh, it's big in the back stretch. They were 4 or 5 wide there for a minute. It is still a problem.
On earth. Well, I didn't see no caution. I didn't hear no bell.
They tried.
Somebody that was supposed to start tonight's race did not take the green flag. We're at 35 drivers. Was it Mackin?
Yeah.
I think he didn't get DNQ, but he did not start the race. So we're at 35. It's a bit perplexing when you have 44. How one guy just didn't show up. I don't know. He made the race and then didn't actually race. Oh, race leader into the fence.
I wonder how they're going to score that because he technically doesn't have a position. Didn't take the green flag. Like, is that 0 point? Gonna be kind of a. I would personally be incredibly upset if driver showed up and then.
So I get it in the case of Brock Packard having some sort of monitor failure. I get that. It's at that point
He's running laps. He's out there.
You deserve to get that 1 point because you qualify. You've backed it up on your points. I get that. This is a spot unfilled. Somebody else could have had.
Like Mackin doesn't have a lap started, let alone completed. Like that's the difference right now.
Yeah, I don't think you can get the 1 point if you don't even do the one lap. Yeah, but
I don't see him disconnecting. I don't believe.
Five laps completed. Pete Tart took the lead from Maddox Beard on the initial start of this race. And that's where everything sits. Good battles throughout. Kind of the Hornet's Nest just outside of the top 10 like we saw last night. For long portions of the race, Cody Porter down 9 spots, so I'm imagining he was involved in that incident you said down the back straightaway. He'll try and make his way back up through this field.
The driver going the opposite direction is Tane Hodison.
That's your pick to win.
I mean, I know he's too talented to be starting 21st, but that's just the talent level in the field right now.
It must be said, kind of it's still honoring Kyle Busch and everything throughout this weekend and throughout the rest of the season. The Truck Series, and Kyle Busch Motorsports specifically, his dominance in the Truck Series will go silent lap here as we begin lap number 8. I mean, the man literally had a bounty on his head in the Truck Series. Hey, please, another Cup driver, come down and beat me. Nick Hansen in the 99 has had an issue during that. He's coming into pit lane. Let's take a look at what happened. Oh, and that's going to be Aaron Mack in the 31 KO'd. He got loose off the top side of the racetrack, and poor Nick Hansen nowhere to go. Packard, there's a free spot. Get out there and putt around for 8 laps.
Like I say, that we talked about it. You said we were going to do the silent lap, and the racing was almost so good that it went to the back of the mind. It caught me off guard, man. It's brought it back.
I mean, we've already had so many, storylines. We had, objectively, Tane Hodison messes up qualifying. He's charging through the field. We have a great battle inside the top 5. The entire midfield's going at it. It's fantastic racing. We have another Rowdy tribute scheme there. Brett Kingcott, as he makes, his move to Tuesday nights.
And McConville's running, another one. This one, little, went back to the 5 machine.
I might want to update my trading paints. Oh, Diego Rodriguez in the fence. That was some pretty heavy contact. I imagine he'll have to kind of limp it back to pits. Aaron Mack also to pit road. Try and get these paint schemes updated. All files up to date. See, that's where I know you're lying to me, you know what I mean? I can see that it's not. I can very clearly see that it's not. You know what? It's fine. I didn't want to have, you know, visual identify. There it is. Beautiful. All right, just take your time. Just on your, you know, own schedule. You update whenever you want to.
When you're doing it live, it really does take some time. Like every other car will update, there'll be just like a couple great trucks out there running.
There we go. We're getting somewhere. But all the top 5 really within 2 truck lengths of one another. And just a little bit further back. A good battle here from about 11th to 17th. This grouping right here. Brown a little loose there off turn number 2. He never started inside the top 8. Himself nearly outside of the top 15, heading the wrong direction in that 08. 15 laps completed. Pete Tarp has led them all. Carlos Ortiz has now actually moved into the second position, but he gets into the fence, exiting turn number 2. Oh, and there goes Ethan Evers, nearly up and over and in to that, I believe, was Brett Kincott. "16 laps completed." Our first caution of the evening, halfway through stage number 1.
Ooh. Now I get why Cody Porter said why in the race chat.
Take a look at it. Oh, there was just nowhere for that to go. For Brett Kincott, also nowhere to go. As we approach, you know, the conclusion of lap number 17, it did actually finally happen. I know this wasn't his truck number, but lap 18, obviously everything that Kyle Busch has meant. Just kind of just continuing to honor him. Do a silent lap here. Lap number 18 under yellow, as these drivers determine whether or not they would like to pit under our first caution period. 18 laps completed here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Our first caution of the evening. Sets us up for a sprint. At the end here of stage 1 will be 11 laps to go to determine our stage 1 winner. But there's really not even a whole lot of strategy in the stages at that point. It would be hard to justify, I think, trying to flip the stage, right? Like pitting there and burning a set of tires. A handful of drivers came in. It looks like fuel only, and then the repairs obviously going to be for Evers and King Cott. But other than that, it is a majority fuel only. Lights are off on top of the pace car. We're going back racing here. Pete Tart in control here. Took the lead with a great initial start. Let's see what he does on the restart. Back underway. He gets cleared by 3 truck lengths as they will be side by side for second behind him. Able to use that good launch. He follows a 67 through. He gets back into P2 after Carlos Ortiz spent the opening half of stage 1 trying to get that spot back. Nearly going to be 3 wide on the exit of 4. Benton nearly got there. This is going to be a brawl here. 10 to go in the stage.
Flinging on that high side.
Ooh, there's going to be contact.
They're 3 wide around McConville.
Jackson Sims on the low line, wishing up into the fence a little bit. Sims will clear up in front of McConville. Henderson trying to get a bite on that outside line. 2 identical schemes there with Sims and Henderson, just different numbers. Kyle Busch. Battle for P2 rages on. Carlos Ortiz looking like he has the better of Maddox Beard at this current moment. So try and set off after Pete Tart for the stage. Max DiFilippi in the 48. Right in front of that pink 78 holds the last spot in the top 10 for a stage point. 78 would love to take it away. Cody Porter trying to take it away. A little loose there off the 2. Everyone hang on to it. Oh, Porter was thinking about the 3 wide. You could tell he was thinking about it. There was a risk calculation in there. It's like, do I make this dive down to the bottom? Or is that not something that's going to be, a benefit? Oh, and right in front of Gabriel Lafreniere. That's going to be McConville's and Max DiFilippi up into the fence. And how that wasn't bigger, I have no idea. 3 wide there, and they're just going to have a coming together. And Brandon Minto gets a slight piece of that, but McConville and DiFilippi, the big losers in that one. Ultimately, I don't think it had a whole lot to do with McConville. No, 78 goes up and gets DiFilippi, and there's your chain reaction. They're not out of the race, but they both have a lot of damage they'll be fixing the rest of the evening. To answer your question, when we saw Rodriguez knock down the fence leaving turn 2, yes, he had a ton of damage to fix. He put himself a lap down, hitting under our first caution. Aaron Mack back out after a 5-minute stop after his incident with Nick Hansen.
We were told next caution you should check the number 7's paint scheme. I don't, unless there's another number 7.
Minto.
Which one?
See, but you're the 13, are you not? You're listed as the 13.
There's two. I was gonna say there's 2 Mintos as well.
Oh wait, your number. Hang on a minute. I had you as the 7.
Ah,
Brandon Minto.
he's saying he.
Wait a minute.
That's not the number 7 either.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second. I'm getting pumped. All right, because Jeff Johnson's the 7 on the screen. It's 7. Well, why are you not running the right numbers, everybody? He's running the 12. Wait a minute.
What?
I don't. I've had him
the
as a
tower?
12 forever. I thought he. Oh wait, because I know what he means. He's like, oh, the number's wrong, and yes, Travis Minto, your number is wrong, so I'll take that off. That's what.
Okay, but like he's saying B Minto.
Hmm.
Oh. But I mean.
I don't know. I don't quite know. You know. Bam. So Travis Minto's number is now fixed, and that should display as 13 for the 13. Brandon Minto. Should be the 12 for the 12. He's listed as the 12. I don't know. I don't know. This is not the stage. We did get to see that courtesy of one of the admins, John Wilco. Wait. Hunter Kent sighting?
I saw that as well. I wanted to say something, but I'm like,
how about that? So dominant last season. We'll go down pit road here.
honestly, it's also hard to get a look at the 12 machine of Brandon Minto because he's having internet issues.
He does have a scheme honoring, with the Kyle Busch throwbacks, also Memorial Day, so he's got a scheme there honoring some of the lives lost during Operation Epic Fury. Carlos Ortiz with the Memorial Day theme, so you got a mixed bag of patriotic and Kyle Busch throwbacks and everything in between.
I mean, that 59 is literally the American flag.
Does that honor the flag code? I don't know. Here we go. We have an absolute dash for stage 1. Gonna be a good launch. Oh, and that's gonna get... That was nearly calamity, as Maddox Beard did not have a good second phase of that start. They were checking up behind him. And it was a little squirrely, but they all make it. Coming to 2 to go. Pushing him all the way down the back straightaway. Everyone's trying to get what they can get. Restarts crucial. Tane Hodison, plus 17 shot out of a cannon through the entirety of the stage. And you know what? Figured out why our overlay sometimes just resets, because it's a back-end server thing. So I have no control of it. So apparently the server had a nice little reset there on lap 26, so you cannot see Hodison's full progress through the field. But from lap 26 on, you'll see it.
I mean, it's pretty easy to see, at least for mine, where it started 21st.
Right. I see his overall starting position, but I don't see the lap-by-lap progress anymore. That has ultimately reset. Look at this. Lafrene's up 22 spots, and he's battling away on the final lap of stage number 1. scrapping for every possible point. But it will be Pete Tart dominant flag to flag in stage
Cody
1.
Porter.
Oh, we're going around. Oh,
Porter.
Maddox Beard, hang on to it. Right in the tri-oval. Oh, they're going to clip Giesbrecht.
Oh, Jeff Carson.
Woo. You'll get the stage points, but you also got a broke truck. Troubles. Let's take a look at what happened. Tony Benfield off track, Henderson off track. Back it up a little bit more even. So they're coming out of 4. Veered into the fence, and then they just get hooked together. Lafrene's lucky that was not worse for him. That's pretty good damage. They're going to clip Giesbrecht there. Oh, and Jeff Carson, that's
in fact why I said Jeff Carson. It's like, oh no.
I like that. Get a good view of it here. Sees the smoke on the bottom, and Giesbrecht, he's got it locked up, but right into the path of Jeff Carson, who actually, then that's the biggest loser. I mean, his steering is even off. Here we go. Everybody should be coming in. Minus, actually, just a couple. Henderson and Sims and Kingcott have flipped. They came in and pit right before this. We do have a tiny bit of strategy. It'll be about 5 or 6 that are going to jump to the front of this field. So Wishin, it looks like he just had a great stop. What was his story? And it was a fuel only for the 17. So he's got a set of tires saved in his back pocket. It was a long fuel only stop though at 11.7 seconds. Maddox Beard, Mike McConville still on pit road. Jeff Carson will have lengthy repairs as well on that 9 machine. Or Maddox Beard, P2, and now 29th place, about to go a lap down, but he'll get back going right before the pace car. Couple drivers coming down to top off. Fuel only for these guys, second time of asking.
I gotta say, every time someone brings up beating out the pace car, I always go back to, the Cars movie.
Of course.
Did he do it?
I mean,
did he actually beat it out?
He definitely sped to do it.
Oh, he was definitely behind the pace car.
So actually, no, I take it back. He didn't speed out pit road, right? He exited, an unsafe pit exit, as iRacing would call it. And then...
I definitely say he didn't make it out.
Yeah, because it was an unsafe exit, and then he was clearly behind it. That's what I mean. You know what I mean? He's so far behind it, he sped up. Top 3 all with the same Rowdy throwback scheme, or Rowdy memorial scheme. I don't know if it's necessarily a throwback. it's actually a combination of Memorial Day and a rowdy scheme there. So top 3 have got both angles covered tonight as we get stage 2 underway. Henderson, the control truck. We're back underway.
I will say under that caution, I don't know if you saw it because you were covering the pit cycle, but this top 3 also gave us a little 3-wide salute there for a lap.
Oh, man.
I really should have said something.
I didn't. Oh, I'll have to go back and see that. If we're under green, I'd go do it right now. Got some big moves being made. Uh-oh, this is not going to work. Oh, Pete Tart's in it. That's the dominant truck of the night. He's in it.
No caution. That's no caution.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Oh, they're still wrecking.
Oh, we got it. Oh! Who's on? It's Travis Minto.
That caution took so long to come out.
Oh, my goodness. So I get it, right? The admins have to throw it. But they're also trying to miss this wreck. But where was iRacing?
iRacing finally threw it, but holy.
So I think part of the problem on the second wreck, unfortunately, you see all this calamity. I can't tell what this is. All right, it's still green, so poor Travis Minto into Johnny Knight. I combined them.
Is steering broken?
It is literally still green. He throttles up, but I see what you're saying about the 78. Yes, his steering was broke in. At that point, right front into the fence. And he's literally a passenger. Travis Minto's like, hey, we're still green. And the 78's just kind of dead in the middle of the track. And, I mean, it gets hit again. Again and again. So it just gets worse and worse. But what causes the initial incident? I said we had an aggressive move. It's Bryce Benton all the way there. But that's not even what causes it. It's going to be the 67 into the back of the 78. And I guess it's, I mean, this, right? That's an interesting one for me because you're the dominant truck. You're pushing them off into turn 3. And you just go and get them. And you dominated stage 1, and then your truck's now destroyed. Well, not necessarily, I mean,
wanted you to see the salute.
Not even destroyed, but, I mean, he's definitely going to have some damage. And it's honestly not as bad as I thought, so I can see why Harrison's like, oh, whatever, you know, the 78's going straight, the 67, he hasn't spun out, he's still going. So I get why Harrison's like, whatever, but then he stops on track. And then you have poor Ross Brockman, and, catches the commitment cones there. And a big one. So let's back this up, though. I want to check our 3-wide salute. The Spectrum Racing drivers. Go way back. I don't know. There it is. They were coming to get the one to go. Very nice. Love that.
Yeah, I saw it briefly at the end. It's not like I was watching it the entire time and just ignored it. When, you know, we were focusing on the, you know,
well, we went back and got it. We went back and got it. So.
It's very nice. I personally appreciate it a lot.
And now we're right back. Johnny Knight, the big loser in that one. Pete Tart had a minute of damage to fix, and he's still got some right front damage there, so... a definite shakeup of this race. Early in stage 2 as we're back underway.
I always see on these starts, drivers will jump early and slam on the race. Luckily, they're Winston here for quite a bit of it.
Look at that, Carlos Ortiz making a big move. 3 wide into 3. He's going to pick up 2 spots there. Jared Wishin, hang on to it. A little bit of contact there. He's on the same tires he started the race on. He took fuel only. So he's going to have to try and hang on to those around him that did take tires, and they're going to fly by him. Gordon Larson Jr. also appears to be on a fuel only at the end of stage 1 strategy. Just fly around him on their fresh tires. Assuming he gets the right brakes later in the race, though, he could be aggressive when no one else can, along with Jared Wishin. So on and so forth. Looks like Jeremy Brown on a similar strategy with his 5-second pit stop. John Wilco, same thing. He took a 7-second stop at the end of stage 1. For the race lead, Bryce Benton has arrived on scene. That's my pick to win. Your pick to win sitting P5. What commentator's curse?
Man is playing with forces unknown.
They're definitely known. I'm just it's gonna end very poorly for somebody here in just a second. I'm sure of that.
I thought Ortiz was not that
Just
pretty
ship
wide,
the
and it was gonna be
44.
instant.
Ship the 44. He comes up, collects Tane Hodison, and then you just tell me like, what is wrong with you? Why would you say that?
We can never pick drivers again at that point. Just gotta have to secretly write it down and reveal it at the end.
Listen, I will literally have thoughts, and then that driver will instantly wreck, and I didn't even get a chance to say it. I'm like, my goodness. He didn't even let me say it. Poor guy got cursed. Commentators curse, Vortex Theory, NASCAR's a strange place.
I like the truck race itself disproved the Vortex Theory, didn't it?
I feel like that was the Indy 500 that more so proved it a little bit.
I said disproved it because it kept raining on the truck race.
Yeah, but I think the Indy 500 though, it canceled out. I don't know. I was like, oh, I literally told you, get on, they're racing to the rain, and then they had a caution for rain, and they just kept going. They're like, ah, never mind. If you thought the cutoff race years ago at Daytona where it rained was bad, could you imagine if the heavens randomly opened up at Indy? How, like, that'd be it. That'd be a ball game.
Was it a Charlotte race where it was raining in turn 1 and they took the
All-Star race all those years ago?
I remember it because it was Kyle Busch and I was devastated.
Didn't they let him get out the backup cars for that? They're like, wait a minute, that's on us. I remember, like Jeff Gordon, Michael Waldron, they went and got in their backup cars. Didn't Jeff Gordon? I think Jeff Gordon might have wanted the backup car. I don't remember.
I remember the action. Them going into turn 1, there being no grip ever, and just wall.
59, I thought he was going to get himself turned there. Henderson doing a little bit of blocking there on Hodison. Because they do have slight, about 6-7 laps older tires, but it doesn't mean a whole lot. So they are going to fight and block for their track position within reason. I would argue nothing there that's too crazy. Big battles further back. Logan Giesbrecht. We have the 80 and his number inverse, the 08. Ethan Evers, Ross Brockman, Rodriguez. It's Jet right in the mix. Steve Herring having a nice run. He's plus 12 as Wilco's plus 10. Pete Tart has made no impression, so that damage actually a lot worse than I thought on the front of that 67. And he'll just be limping until the end of the stage here. Mike Hasty is leading this group. 18th back to 22nd. He's at the head of it. And Carlos Ortiz diving underneath for the race lead.
Bitten just charging around the outside. Not going to give it up for free. It's
cycling through all of our old alerts because I forgot to turn it on. So everything you see right now outside of the pass for lead, the ZOL's not accurate. And here comes Henderson to the inside. 3 wide.
Make this 3.
It's a staggered 3. Henderson back to P2. Benton says, you know what? That's a... Benton says, yeah, y'all go ahead. They are going for it. 10 laps to go in the stage. Jackson Sims shoving King caught off into turn 1 nearly. Andrew Stacy's like, hey, this is pretty fun. I'm right here now. Fog still sits all over this track. The sun's over there somewhere off in 3 and 4, way behind it.
Is that they race the actual race date, so I guess we might get the weather from that day, which was obviously awful.
Trash. Hot trash. As they have caught Jeff Carson. So in stark contrast to last night, we've had most of our lap trucks still running. Nick Hansen, though, I mean, he was KO'd. Packard with the mechanical failure, so those two out. Johnny Knight, his steering was dead, so he's out. Could not steer the truck. Jeff Carson is going to get back going. He'll get a spot for free in a lap and a half. Aaron Mack still trucking as long with this 28. 21 still fighting as well. And even Travis Minton. So a lot of the lap trucks still fighting for every point. One second separates your top 6. As Henderson's done a nice job with, I mean, if you take a look here, 7 lap difference. He's doing a nice job hanging on. It means a little bit, so especially as we get to the end of stage 1, it'll mean just a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. But he's definitely gained some spots for himself here. Qualified outside the top 15. King caught loose. Jackson Sims goes to help. Lafrene takes advantage, though. Andrew Stacy trying to get to the low line as well. Lafrene plus 23. We work the final 5 laps here of stage 2. Phenomenal for the 06. As he has cracked the top 5. Oh, and Sims loose. Last lap it was the 82. This lap it's the 66. Stoney Benfield having a good run. He's plus 20. Porter and Wishon both having a little bit of damage to deal with thus far in the opening half of this race. Battles all the way back. Gordon Larson Jr., Ethan Evers, Ross Brockman, Rich Chet, Mike Hasty, and even Chris Claude, John Wilco. That's the battle for 24th as Claude rolls the bottom, moves into 24th position.
I really want to, test the commentators' cars because it is I don't want to say impressive of us, the wheel knowledge to be able to pick two guys. I mean, yours almost right there outside the top 10, starting 9th, mine 21st, able to be here challenging for, top 3 in the stage. We know they're good drivers.
I think it's been the form of the 44 that I was like, hey, he's just been on a tear recently. He's going to have the confidence to go out and contend for the win. Obviously, they might not win, but I mean, he is definitely in contention here. I mean, they're 2 and 3 right now.
I mean, and Tane Hodgson, 34 points ahead in points. They're not surprising picks. It's not, it's not hard to go and pick the points leader.
Right. And I could go out and pick Gordon Larson Jr. in his second ever race, but that's a bit of an outlier, a tiny bit.
Watch him win it now, or watch him wreck now, and it's just he hates you forever. So
Final
you mentioned my
here
name.
In stage 1, Pete Tart will crucially, I think, hold on to that lucky dog, but it's going to be close. He's getting hunted down right at the end of this stage, and Travis Minto will appreciate that, as he will get his lucky dog. Battle for second raged all the way to the line. Benton holds it. Yellow is out for stage 2. And how about that? Pete Tart leads. Carlos Ortiz. Oh, that's probably 1 and 2, but no, it is first car on the lead lap, last car on the lead lap. So a remarkable turn of events for the 67. He gets to stay on the lead lap, though. It'll give him more time to fix damage. Travis Minto back on the lead lap. That'll give us 28 out of 35 trucks entered tonight. Back onto the lead lap. And with that, right, it is, it's going to be nearly halfway through this race, just about. I mean, that's how quick it's gone. It's nearly 50% even. Last night, obviously, we ended at lap 90, still had over half the race to go. 134, I mean, it's just about there. Seems, I mean, it'll be a shortened final stage.
And also helps to have, I would say, fewer cautions. It definitely feels like it's been fewer cautions than it was last night.
Mm-hmm. Everybody will be in. Travis Minto will take the lucky dog. And now this is where I imagine most guys wishing there he's going to bolt on his first set of tires. There we have the race off pit road. What? Ortiz entered that. A little. The math is not mathing right there. You know what I mean? But how was Rich Jet? What happened? It said he was in his box for 21 seconds, but... Oh, wait. Oh, was that from his last? I thought I had the cycle reset. He just missed his box. Okay.
And back he goes.
Yes. Okay. There we go. But I'm confused on the math for Carlos Ortiz. He came in first, left second. So he's plus 9. I don't know. I don't know what the math was doing there. I don't know. Still another pit stop required. Run out pit and your fuel only stop at that point. You can split it in half. Some guys have 2 sets left. A lot will just have the 1. 28 cars on the lead lap. McConville still trying to get damage fixed. Pete Tart, still a lot of damage. Another minute of repairs and still that truck's pretty destroyed. We got a random driver update from the man in the field. Just do you at that point. We'll just do you. You're the 04 truck. You started P11. You're currently 12th. Had been involved in 2 incidents tonight. But you're in contention still. Just do you. Back underway for the final stage. 71 laps to go.
I really need Cody Porter to step up. Like, I'll go out there and say I'm the reason he's here. I know people don't like him, and that's fine. So I'm gonna need him to live up to me and invite. Hey, I don't care if he hasn't done anything. Just don't be involved in wrecks and win it. Like, finish well. I can't be inviting bad drivers. Not saying he's bad. I want more out of Cody Porter.
He was in contention for the win at Dover and then got caught up in a big old wreck. What is Courtney talking about?
Oh, man.
I don't know. We haven't said Michael Lawton's name a lot tonight, but he's just chilling in the top 10. Look at Andrew Stacy pushing his way through there. To the inside of the front. Here's Max DeFilippi trying to make a charge back up through the field. Caught up in an earlier incident. Let's crank it up for the first time tonight live on YJ Media while we're at it. Those are some phenomenal camera shots. I didn't the presets did it for me, but it looks good. And it sounds even better.
I mean, this racing inside the top 10 is incredible. It really helps to crank it up shot when they're just...
Or they're all so packed together, yeah.
And
feels like a super speedway race or something. I'm curious on who... right, you feel a little bit. Pete Tart, I know arguably he caused the incident, but it's just... He would be up there mixing it up for the race win. I heard That didn't sound good. What am I?
Benton and Elliott Henderson. I thought Elliott Henderson was going to send Benton around on the tri-oval. They do not look too
We
happy
put
with
him in
each
the wall.
I think we got a little bit of beef.
Uh-oh.
I mean, we've seen how it plays out. You don't want a suspension, right? Like,
you will get one if you tent rack or you go get your revenge. I'd like to say we do a pretty good job of capturing the action, so we'll see it most of the time. We're not trying to get anyone suspended, but you can't help yourselves. We'll usually find it. But that was some definite hard racing between those two. You could tell they were leaning on each other pretty big through the corner there, 1 and 2, and Benton gets the worst of it. Not huge damage, just up into the fence, loses a little bit of time. It's pretty square, shouldn't have a lot of damage, as Henderson now challenges for the race lead. Benton, though, clears back into third. What does he do if he catches Henderson? We might find out.
He won't do nothing, right?
Right? That's my pick to win. Don't make me look bad. But, I mean, they're battling all the way back here. It's battling for 21st. Stoney Benfield and Rich Jett going at it, right? They're battling all over this racetrack. Steve Herring within 0.3 of a second. Travis Minto back on the lead lap. He's trying to make progress forward. And take your pick on who you want to follow up here, right? I mean, first to 16th is 2.5 seconds. I mean, you're on board with Ross Brockman. He can see the leader very clearly as he dives off into turn number 1.
And it's not like they're running in a train. It's not, single file, like there's a preferred line.
Everyone's experimenting with what works best for them, top, middle, or bottom. Wherever your truck's set up to do the best, perform the most, get the most lap time. You see there, 46 on the bottom. Now we have somebody in the wall. DeFilippi is up top, and I'd say Ethan Evers a little bit through the middle there almost. Benton continuing to close. Jackson Sims, the fastest truck on track that last lap. Only man in the 30.6. He's getting a nice tow from the 4 trucks in front of him. Andrew Stacy with a big send into turn number 3. Trying to get there, washes up just a bit. Might be under a little bit of pressure from the Frene. Frene going to get to that right rear quarter panel. Porter's right in this battle as well. He's going to have the run. Side by side for the race lead as well. Henderson, great run down the back straightaway. And into the race lead. Just 57 laps to go. One more pit stop required. Still a ways off, about 30 or so laps, until we can even start thinking about green flag pit stops. Ortiz won't go quietly into the night. But here comes Bryce Benton. He'll tuck back in line. Still 2.5 seconds just about from 1st to 16th. It's been unchanged. The order within the top 16, though, it has. Further battles. Travis Minto got most of that truck fixed up. He's challenging Steve Herring. John Wilkos, Tony Benfield going at it. And just like that, Ortiz had a peak to the bottom. Doesn't quite have the momentum. He was instantly challenging, trying to take the lead back. Lap leaders, Pete Tart's pretty much out of it. They're in the 28th position after that early stage 2 wreck. Ortiz and Henderson have been the next best 2, and Benton, no surprise, they're running 1, 2, and 3. Ortiz nearly gets a piece of the wall. Here comes Sims to the inside just about. Trying to get that spot back.
Sims was challenging my pick to win there for a lap. Hodgson's got that high side working for him.
The fog has been ever present here. Charlotte. And ultimately, I mean, yeah, the truck race was probably the worst of them. With, we're going to do 8 a.m. Saturday. Oh, wait, just kidding. It's going to be postponed to Saturday night. And then it's just we'll do it Sunday afternoon. I don't know. I had a whale of a time trying to figure out what to do with the truck race. Benton to the inside for P2. Slight contact looks like was made between these two. Benton sails off and gets the position. Big car links back. If you're Henderson, though, you love it. You said, oh, Ortiz was P2, and he was fighting Hodgson, and then now Benton's getting up there. He's able to just sit up here, conserve his stuff a little bit. As these 3, 4, 5 trucks just squabble over real estate. Henderson, big run on the outside. Hodgson, I mean, my goodness. But he does have the run. Tane Hodgson up into the podium places. Ortiz slots back right in front of Sims. Sims didn't like that too much. He'll jump right to the outside, looking to put Ortiz back to 5th. 5 laps ago, he was leading. And now he finds himself in 5th. But here comes Bryce Benton. Gonna have the run. Henderson, that's probably a pretty smart move right there to not block off that run. Let's see how nice they treat each other in 3 and 4. Nobody able to pull away. Hodgson's right there. And he has a great run. He's gonna go to the high side.
And we saw how this worked out last time. Been making sure he's got plenty of room.
Always a little loose. He'll have the run on the high side. Hodgson might give him a bump. If he can get there. Side by side for the race lead. Hodgson, Sims, Ortiz. Welcome to the party, Cody Porter. 6 trucks under a blanket. Hodgson, big move to the inside. Side by side again. Henderson trying to get there. Hodgson again driving it in really deep on the entry. Will sacrifice a little bit on corner exit. Jackson Sims gets a run. No help for Henderson. But out the fence. Look how close Hodgson was. Oh, here he comes. He's going to come in and pit. How about that?
He said this battle is not for me.
I don't even hate it. I don't hate it.
Because, I mean, they're going to be slowing each other down, and if they do want to make the call to pit, like, trying to do it together is going to be a problem.
Especially if you're a part-timer, right? You could make that aggressive move. You're not fighting for a championship in this series. He's more focused on his Monday night campaign. So why not, right? Swing for the fences. You got a fast truck anyways. Look at this battle. Top 5. It's a battle for the lead with the top 5. Oh my goodness. Hodgson to the race lead. Look at the group behind him though. Oh, there's going to be contact. Jeremy Brown, Gabriel Lafrene, and that's big damage for both. Brown's night is done. Caution is out. And poor Elliot Henderson, he'll get the... Wait, does he get the lucky dog? He just might. He might get it.
I believe he should.
Okay.
It's listing him as the only truck 1 lap down.
Well, that works out for him, somewhat. Well, let's take a look at what caused this one. Oh, that's not a fun one. Oh. One of our longer runs of the evening. He just loses out of 2. Jeremy Brown, nothing he was going to be able to do about that. Bam, and that second one's what kills the motor officially. Henderson, your lucky dog. He'll end the longest line, though. So I don't think he wanted to see that caution. Like Maddox Beard's going to go aggressive here, take a wave. I don't even disagree with that whatsoever because he's got a fast truck and a lot of that damage has been fixed. But just kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit. A little bit of a strategy call there. 8-second stop from Hoddison. He is well and truly down and away. And that's because it's a fuel only. So Hoddison from the lead of this race, fuel only.
Interesting.
To save a set of tires because I think now he realizes this is kind of the perfect situation. A lot of guys took 4. They might be out of tires. And he wants to, with still just over 40 laps to go, preserve a set of tires. I do not disagree with the call.
It's not fun that takes a really strong truck out of this. I mean, Ellie Henderson still, yeah, he still has a shot if he can drive through the field, but you've got to drive through the field. And now it's like, if you get there, you know, is your stuff going to be good?
Rodriguez going to get to 1 lap down now. Maddox Beard to 2 down. They're fixing more and more of that truck. Could he have something to say late in this race if they keep working on it? Big shout out for Jeff Carson, Aaron Max. They're still slugging it out. Picked up a couple free spots. I'll get one more on poor Jeremy Brown here in just a little bit. Rodriguez 1 down, Maddox Beard 2 down, Brown out. Aaron Mack, Jeff Carson still digging. Johnny Knight, Nick Hansen, Brock Packard out of this race. Hoddison, fuel only. Bryce Benton, I also believe, might have been a fuel only stop at 11 seconds. And even Max DeFilippi, potential fuel only stop. Jackson, Sims, Ortiz, Porter, Kingcott, Stacy. I believe everyone, that was a standard 4-tire call. And we got a lot to decide here in the final 40 or so laps. You can see Hoddison trying to warm the tires. Don't spin him in front of the field. Let's find out. Good work. A little tentative for Benton. Doesn't want to get run over, though. That whole second row on old tires. Row 3 will be desperate to get there. Hoddison did not get going. Oh, boy. DeFilippi to the race lead. 3 wide for second. Porter shoving Carlos Ortiz down the back straightaway. Sims into the fence. Oh, and there goes DeFilippi. Ross Brockman's in it. Sims is in it. And there's more. Drivers making business decisions down pit road. Ethan Evers is in it. I believe that is Sims right down pit road. Always a gamble when you stay out on the old tires. Always a gamble. DeFilippi, it bites him. He toes to pit road.
No, DeFilippi, no.
And he just carries too much speed. Old tires, big overcorrect. Hoddison gets hit from Jackson Sims. Left front, Brockman's in it. Gordon Larson Jr.'s in it. Evers is in it. Brandon Minto looks like he might have gotten a piece. Always a gamble, though. Well, the left front popped off. I don't know if he'll still have it. Definite right rear damage for Hodison. He just loses it. Tries to quickly overcorrect it. Left front, it's going to be so sketchy for Hodison. Right rear damage for sure. Clips, Ethan Evers, and that's his night done. Right front's destroyed. And he gets it there, and John Wilco's going to get a piece. Minto gets a piece. Larson does... I thought I saw him in it. Yeah, Brockman sliding down the hill. He gets a bit of that a little bit. But a definite race-defining caution. Multiple drivers to pit road. Hodison, though, must be said, does stay out. He's got to know he has right rear damage for sure, but I guess the left front's going to be nice to him. Rodriguez not get... There it is. So Rodriguez back on the lead lap, and I don't know what kind of pace he'll have. He knocked down the fence one time really big, and he's been recovering up until this point. Next up is Maddox Beard to try and get his laps back. This actually helps because he took a wave. He can now come in for fuel and tire. I don't think he did, though. Interesting. Interesting.
I don't believe that the curse is coming to collect right now.
Definitely.
They got my driver.
Couldn't be mine.
Couldn't
be mine.
Couldn't be mine. My driver's still right there. It's just I hope it's not bad.
Fog lifted just a bit. I mean, I see it in the background there, but I don't think it's as bad on the track itself as we've transitioned to more under the lights instead of fog. Carlos Ortiz from Cody Porter, Benton, Kincott, wishing your top 5. 26 on the lead lap. You lose Ethan Evers from that equation. Jackson Sims heavily damaged, so we get Rodriguez back. See, that's what I said. Like, even, we get some guys back on the lead lap. We lose other trucks. The attrition comes for everybody. Mack a free spot there on Brown. Next up for him is the Felipe to break into the top 29 outside of that top 30. There's Carson to do 10 more laps to get both as well. And here we go. We'll re-rack them, see what everybody's got. Back underway. Got Mike Hasty right there. P8. It's Chat making his signature late race charge. Cody Porter, though, challenging to the outside for the race lead. Down the back straightaway. Kincott pushing him. Benton pushing Ortiz. Nearly gets shoved into the corner himself.
Ortiz all over the bumper of Cody Porter.
Gets him a little loose up the corner. Kincott to the outside of Ortiz. Porter with a big block. But he is now clear into P1. 37 to go. Oh, he gets moved up the hill a little bit. Kincott should give him a run down the back. No help for Ortiz.
Porter getting mauled right now. Either lane he chooses. There's just someone on his back bumper in the corner.
Oh, and he's Benton's all over the back of him. Great battle for P2. 4 trucks, 5 trucks. Where did Mike McConville come from? What on earth? 3 wide.
Oh!
Don't make it 4. Don't make it 4.
Or do.
Don't.
Do.
Don't do it.
Hey, you only have so many moments, right? You gotta make it yours.
Kincock catches a bit of the fence there. It falls back to 4th. Outside for Ortiz and for the lead. He will not go away.
Almost wishing too.
Wishing right up here, man.
Hauling.
Look at that. Oh,
Ooh, Benton having problems.
Oh, Benton! Michael Lawton catches him. Yellow is out.
What was that?
He just lost it. Michael Lawton, an innocent bystander. Helps Maddox Beard get to 1 lap down. He'll have something to say about it if he catches one more caution. This is one of the weirder things. He's loose all the way. Just loose. Just watch the hands. Loose, trying to all over the place. My goodness. Now you'll see it here. From Lawton. Loose, more loose, all over. Which way you going? Down there, up there? Ah!
That is a wild.
We dare have any takers? I don't know that we've run enough laps. If you had 2 sets, I would burn 1 here. I think that's what a couple guys want to do. Because what this allows you to do is you know you're great on fuel to the end. You take a set of tires here, and then you have 1 left, so you can use this to get the track position. A caution comes out 10 to go, and everybody comes in for 4 fresh tires, and you are at the head of that battle. Continues to 67 now, to 18th, and they got that truck mostly fixed up. Maddox Beard mostly fixed up. Only 1 lap down. He could have a late say in this if they keep wrecking. Not a whole lot of takers. Wonder why the 15 didn't pit there. He is going to be almost to a point dangerously slow. Interesting. Look for Henderson here to make a big move at it. 10 lap fresher tires in your race leaders. Gonna be 31 laps to go. We get this restart. going to be an absolute brawl to the end.
I mean, it's 30 laps, so
pay window
it's go
open.
time.
Yep.
Like they've got the checks written out. It is for who's first one there.
Just got to figure out whose name to put on it. That's how they're going to race. I mean, it's 30 laps. It's still got time. No, they're going to absolutely go for this from here till the end. 31 laps to go. Keep an eye in the back of your mind on Elliott Henderson as he's already getting aggressive. Trying to find a way through this field. Nearly to make it 3 wide on the very first lap. A lot of traffic ahead to deal with. You do just have to mind your manners a little bit.
I mean, this cluster outside, like right outside the top 20. Holy, right here, even inside the top 20. Just everything.
Picked up about 2 to 3 spots on that lap. And starting to pick them off a little bit easier, one at a time now. Side by side for second. Wishing with the run down the back straightaway. McConville giving him the bump. Great run down the back, into 3 and through 4. Now challenging for the race lead, looking to the outside. Jared Wishing, welcome to the party. Finishing up the 14th. Bryce Benton pitted with him, but just for fuel, so no impression for Benton. Trying to recover from his spin. How about Michael Lawton in a completely destroyed front of that truck? He's still in 8th. That's he's going to be dangerously slow. He told me to check myself. He's right there within a shot of the leaders. Wishing leads at the line. What do I know? 28 laps to go. Little wiggle there from King Cod outside of 2.
I believe McConville might have also been loose there, but
didn't stop
him. I don't
him.
wonder what the weather has done to these trucks. I mean, we've been running in, fog, and for me it's cleared up.
Yeah, I'd say maybe a tiny bit light fog on the track, but it is way better than what it has been. Crank it up, Redemption, absolutely, within about 25 laps to go. Final time here live on YJ Media. They are absolutely battling for every position on the racetrack. Wishing and Ortiz, nobody yielding. Side by side for the entirety of that crank it up. Andrew Stacy's right here. Look at Rich Jet getting up in the mix. Henderson up to P8, 1 second behind. 3/10 quicker than the race leader on that last lap. Elliott Henderson's going to sail by everybody with 23 laps to go. Look at the run he gets. Able to just keep that speed up. He's got the good left in those tires. I'm curious on how he'll elect to make these moves. This is about to be very fun to watch. Steve Herring slid off the tri-oval and entered pit lane. EOL for unsafe pit entrance. So he got loose off of 4. They'll get through Porter and Stacy, but how you gonna battle the leaders? They've been side by side for the last 5 laps. Look to the low side. McConville's right there, front forward, 2x2. Got to go with who you think's going to have the better run. And at least into turn 1, that is Kingcott. Contact between the top 2. Do you dare make it 3 wide? Phenomenal racing. If you're the top 2, and oh, that's actually going to work out perfectly. Maybe not. Now Ortiz on the bottom, wishing up top. If they give a free lane to Henderson, he's going to sail on through.
I thought Henderson and Kingcott might try to make that move go 3 wide. Kingcott looked there for a second.
But it works. He's split up Wishing and Ortiz. Now wherever Ortiz goes, you go the opposite. Ortiz goes low, you sail around the outside. Ortiz gonna fight it tough, but he's gonna have a run, and he'll look to the low line.
Cody Porter! Oh, Cody Porter!
Oh, there goes McConville! Back up the track! Oh, he's gonna get somebody. I think that's Gordon Larson Jr., yes. Just barely nicked him. On board with the 0-0. What a terrible sight. That's actually got into Ross Brockman, into Gordon Larson and Brandon Muir. On board here with, taking a look at, they were all getting nuts down the back straightaway. Cody Porter with a mega run. He gets a great run. McConville blocks. Contact is made there initially, and then McConville will have one thing to say about that. Cody Porter will say, well, I got blocked, and then I got loose trying to save it. Getting blocked all the way down to the bottom there.
I mean, it definitely feels more racing than intentional. I don't like... Because that was a big block. And... I mean,
we got another mixed bag here. Wishing, Porter, Jet, Wilco, Lawton, Giesbrecht, Pete Tart's not out of this yet. You can believe that. Both on a set of tires. Henderson will have the advantage at least up front here against Ortiz and Kingcott. Tires going on, though, for these guys.
And, I will give the smallest amount of, defense for Cody Porter was a little bit net code, but I think he was getting them anyway. It was just so close.
It was a move back to the right for sure.
I mean, he was loose.
Yeah.
He had a track a long ways. But, man, I know McConville's just not, he's going to be coming at me.
He gonna not be happy with that. I mean, at the same time, though, that was a huge block, and when you throw that big of a block, sometimes, a lot of the times, things usually don't work out when it's that big of a block. And right here, we're looking at Jared Wishing. P12, he has to pass even less trucks than Henderson just had to. Tire strategy, always. Maddox Beard is... He was 1 lap down, but then got himself back to 2 down, so I think that about ends his chances. I thought he was going to have a shot at it, but... Steve Herring with his EOL, or not EOL, but drive-through penalty. The unsafe entry after spinning through the tri-oval grass. 3 laps down, he was having a top 20 run going, it looked like, before that. Look for Rich Jet to be a factor. Porter. Rodriguez is going to have a shot at this thing. Giesbrecht, we haven't said his name a lot tonight. Mike Hasty, Tane Hodison. Lawton got a little bit of damage fixed. Bolted on a set of tires. Lawton could be a factor in this. Ross Brockman. What does he have here for these guys? Gordon Larson, potentially. McConville, that truck looks mostly fixed. If he bolted on a set of tires, he'll be a factor. But it was a hard hit. I'm surprised it looked that good. The crew's making their money tonight. 24 trucks on the lead lap. Restart. Potentially the final one. Probably not. Back underway. As we all scatter immediately. Look for Wishin, who's going to break out first on this strategy. It actually is Cody Porter to break through first. And he is going from the drop of the green flag.
He's going to
easily take this 3 wide.
Yeah.
John Wilco says, you know what, that's a good idea. I'll follow that right there. But Wishin on the outside, going to challenge as well. But he might get boxed in and going to have to make a big move in front of Porter. And he now leads the strategy of guys that pitted at lap 117. Somebody's spinning in the back. I heard something. I guess we stay green for now. Henderson started. Oh, there goes Carlos Ortiz off the nose of King Cott. What a save!
Here comes Wishin. Oh, they're still going.
Oh, it's not going to work. King Cott. How did he save it? Oh, and there he goes. Rich Jet, Travis Minto. There it is.
That was like the longest wreck.
And Minto steering destroyed. Night over. There was 3 separate incidents. Oh my goodness. Right. You hate this angle. Right front has left the scene. Look at the run Wishin's gonna get. He's gonna steal all of these spots. King caught an incredible save with the stack up. Taking the Roval configuration. Dukes of hazarding it back onto the racetrack. And Jet and Minto making contact. Hodison's right there. Second hit, and that's going to be... Oh! You hate that for Rich Jet. He was going to be making some moves here late. Something happened on the initial start. Somebody got spun. It was Aaron Mack. I knew I heard somebody get spun. McConville, he's driving a little mad there. He just shoves Mack out of the way. Carlos Ortiz, 82, dimes it in, gets him in the left rear. Massive stack up. Jackson Sims way up there. Wishing shot out of a cannon. Contact made. There was a lot going on there. Jared wishing to P3, and he's got the fresher tires now than Henderson by 16 laps. An advantage to him. And he's actually put 2 trucks in between himself and Cody Porter. Another 2 trucks back to Wilco. 1 truck to Rodriguez and Pete Tart's right there. Brandon Muir came down for... Was fuel only for Muir? Maybe he's out of tires. Jet and Travis Minto out of this race. Right at the tail end of it are 10th caution, 2 stages, 8 incidents. Should get the 1 to go this time by. 10 to go. It will be 9 to go. Another phenomenal finish on hand here for us. The North Carolina Education Lottery 200 from Charlotte. And SRL delivers again. Pete Tart back to P11, your stage 1 winner. Might have something to say about the finish of this race. He pitted on 117. Take a look at the stats. 17 laps. Or excuse me, 16 laps between first and second and third. Kind of a mixed bag there. 22, 23, 34, 22, and 7. It is all over the place. 9 laps to go. Who wins it? Smart money right now is on Wishing, if he can get through cleanly.
I mean, with how he got through on that last restart, we know he can do it.
Henderson's not going to roll over for him, though. Oh, and that's going to be a massive check up. But that actually is going to help him. He's going to get right through to P2. And wherever Henderson goes, Wishing will go elsewhere. Porter, if he can ride this outside, he'll be right in the mix within the next lap. And already to the inside. Henderson not going to be able to do much here. 16 lap difference in tires. There's the difference.
3 wide here. That 67 machine trying to make an impact late.
They're back into the top 10. Look at John Wilco there, P9. Andrew Stacy's had a solid top 10 night. Wishing cleared by 3/10. Cody Porter onto the podium. Brandon Minto in the fence. Loses pretty much every spot on the lead lap. Here comes Cody Porter to the inside. Looks like he's got at least cosmetic damage still on that 04. Still side by side. Fastest lap of the race for Jared Wishing. Pete Tart all the way back up to P6. He's not out of this. 1.2 seconds behind. 7 to go. Porter has cleared third. Sets his sights after second. Jackson Sims with a move on here. His personal best last lap. Even on some slightly older tires. Pete Tart, fastest lap of the race. He's closing in. Got it through a second. But he's going to have to clear traffic. Benton washes up the hill a little bit. That could be what he needs. Cody Porter now challenging for second. Pressure tires compared to Henderson. He'll sail on through. He's half a second back. Tart boxed in here. Worst case scenario for him. And he'll have to be aggressive. And he is. And he's through to P4. An incredible comeback for the 67, even if it doesn't end up with a podium. Even a P4 is phenomenal.
I find it hard to believe that he wouldn't get the podium. That truck is mad fast right now.
Cody Porter half a second back from Jared Wish, and Henderson not a factor on the older tires. Oh, and a wreck it. Andrew Stacy. Caution is out. Green, white, checkered. McConville back to 12th. How about that? That's going to put the 67 on row 2. It's going to put Cody Porter, eliminate that half a second gap. Alex Beard back on the lead lap if he did not go off track during that. Finally for that 28, he says. Taking a look at what happened here. Working off 4. Oh, and it actually starts with John Wilco into McConville, and lastly into Andrew Stacy. Just a little bit of... that's bad net code. Right there. Initial contact is made. McConville up into the left rear of Stacy. How this wasn't bigger, not sure. Great save from the 65. He'll at least get a lead lap finish for his efforts, but Wishing now going to have to defend from Porter and the 67 all on the same strategy here. So it's going to be a 3-car fight. Addison and Rodriguez might get there if something crazy happens. Taking a look at the pit stop stats. Wishing, Porter, Tart, Addison, Rodriguez. One of those. Let's play the tire game right.
I don't think we've seen our last caution with the drivers that still have fresher tires. They're going to want to make room that I don't know if it'll be there.
And
we might
finally, the 28 machine gets it. Finally back on the lead line. He would have been a factor. He started all the way up in started second, but ended the first lap in third. And then it has just been a slugfest all the way down from 30th and at least up to 22nd, but finally on the lead lap, and he'll salvage something from this race. You look at the 67 chart, I mean, this is Stage 1 winner. Caught up in a wreck right at the beginning of Stage 2. And really up until the last, second to last caution, and it's like, oh, he's really not going to have a shot at this. He's got a shot at it. He's warming his tires. He's ready to go. He has those fresh tires right with Porter and Wishing. It's one of those three, the odds-on favorite. They can't settle it. They get into each other. It's anyone's game from there. Who misses the wreck? Do they collect everybody else? Who sneaks through? I mean, it is a lot to be decided. Wishing played it very conservatively. No tires at the Stage 1 break, and it has allowed that flexibility to bolt on the set midway through the final stage, and it's working out for him very well. Lap 117, that final 4-tire stop there, bottom right of your screen, got him to position. Green, white, checkered attempt 1 of 3. 3 attempts. A rare time that we need it. Free racing here. in the NSRL Tuesday Night Truck Series. I'd argue you want to go early, get that 3-car length lead, and make them pass you on the white flag lap.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to potentially check up the 03 right now.
22 trucks on the lead lap. Yeah, go and get gone. Henderson is not a factor. It's that outside line you're worried about. And that's what he does. He'll at least be cleared down into turn 1.
I mean, the big fight's going to be between that 67 and the 04.
He's pushing him, though. He'll have the momentum off of turn 2, so it's all going to be about turn 3 and 4 and coming back to the white flag. But Henderson actually put in a great effort, and that's all that Wishon wants to see. As they look at the push from Jackson Sims. That is huge. On 16 lap older tires, Wishon says, thank you very much. Just get off turn 4. White flag. Race is official. He's going as low as he can, making this as short of a lap as he can. Henderson still hanging tough. Pete Tart, though, finally around the outside. Can he hold it? Yes, they can. Wishon trying to break the draft. Truck length and a half. Big send from Cody Porter. Can he get a run?
Here comes Stain Otteson.
Otteson there late for the podium spots, but Wishon going to survive a green-white checkered and steal a win here at Charlotte, wrecking across the line. My goodness.
What a finish.
And Pete Tart back on the podium. What a fight back for the 67. Otteson tried to steal it from him. Henderson hung on to a hard-fought 5th. Jared Wishon will say thank you for that help. Neat Motorsports teammates there, I believe, celebrating. But Henderson just held his nerve just enough on that low line. They could not get clear and chase after Wishon. Handled it well. Jared Wishon always a threat on Tuesdays.
Still good finish there for Henderson and Sims. P5, P6.
On the older tires. Benton, yeah, I mean, not a lot of guys had the last set. It was just a select few. It was really your top 3. John Wilco with another top 10. He went for it. Rodriguez as well. Able to kind of get one over on everybody. He just kept fighting all night. Stuck to his strategy. We said it at the very first stage caution. At all fuel only, he'll have an extra set, and he absolutely made it work for him. Won at Darlington. Now picking up his second win of the season at Charlotte. Loving the Carolinas is Jared Wishon.
Forgot that's Cody's pitcher.
And let's go ahead and get him up here. Here with your race winner, Jared Wishon. Played the strategy perfectly and right from the very beginning, too. Very consistent, saying, all right, at the end of stage 1, fuel only, and I'm going to save that set of tires. And boy, did they come in handy at the end of this race.
Hey, I went back and forth on that decision for a while, and I felt like my truck was pretty fast. I could maybe get back to 15th. If I ended up finished 15th, I think I could have been okay with that if it failed. But I just thought the reward was more worth it to go for it, and sure enough, it paid off. I got extremely lucky with that wreck there in 3 and 4, being able to shoot the bottom and pass like 5 of them. But yeah, I will definitely take that.
Yeah, I always love the added flexibility that it gives you in that third stage, obviously the longest one. And yeah, the 117, it's like right that perfect, I'm going to get that 16-lap advantage on tires and have about 16 laps more to go chase him down with it. So it gives you enough time to do everything you need to do. And with the 30-lap stages here, you're not going to go a lap down by taking fuel only. So I like the call, and it definitely paid off in the long run for you tonight.
Yeah, this is this is actually the first time I've ever tried to do that. So I feel I need to look into doing that more often or something. But last week it won Dover, so it was on my mind there to at least consider it, and then decided to go with it, and luckily it worked out for us there.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations. Your second win of the season, one at Darlington, one at Charlotte. So you are enjoying the Carolinas this season. So congratulations again, and we'll let you get any shout outs in if you have any.
It's always good to win at the home track, so we'll take that for sure. But I gotta give a shout out to Premier Racing Setups. They definitely had a rocket ship tonight. We played a little bit in the back, but the setup was fast enough to probably be up there leading. And when we got out front there, it was a rocket ship. So give a shout out to them, and Diecast fans for being on the car. Jeremy for talking me through that last little start there, because I thought I was beat with I think it was Cody behind me because he was faster than me early in the race. So shout out to Jeremy for talking me off the cliff there, because I already was saying it was like a second place finish, and he kept me focused, kept me in it. And another shout out to Pete. He was like collected in a wreck earlier and was able to recover to P3. So it's a one and third for Premier Racing setup. So we'll definitely take that.
Yeah, absolutely. He was your stage one winner, got involved really right at the beginning of stage two and fought all the way back. So a phenomenal effort from him. So congratulations again, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Thank you guys for broadcasting too.
Of course. This will be fun. Cody Porter, how's it been? Welcome back.
Yes,
P2.
sir, been good. Yeah, all right. Not bad for being P last for a majority of the race, right?
Not bad at all, but yeah, you were involved in an early incident, had a little bit of damage to deal with, kind of just fighting in that, 10th to 15th, and just kind of slowly moving up. Able to save us at a tire zone. That was the big thing here tonight.
It was. I noticed early on that the racing was not the greatest. People run over everybody. So I decided at the early stage that I could probably save a set without going a lap down. And I was able to with, I think, 4 others. And I had a feeling if my truck didn't get too damaged during the night, I could probably win this thing. But P2 is not too bad.
Yeah, had some good battles there early in stage 3. Carlos Ortiz, just Henderson, Hodison. I mean, you guys were going for it. That was good stuff there at the beginning of stage 3 as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was fun. Ton of fun.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the runner-up finish tonight. We'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
I got to shout out Adler Speedco, building some awesome setups. I know the builder personally. And then you guys, I can't wait to watch the broadcast back. I haven't been in a broadcasted league with you guys in a while, so it'll be fun.
Well, congratulations again, and hope to see you next week.
Thank you.
With your third place finisher, the 67 machine of Pete Tart, your stage 1 winner in dominant fashion. I believe it was a flag-to-flag win, all 30 laps led. Caught up in a fairly severe crash right at the beginning of stage 2, and minute of damage, and he's still a lot of front end damage, but just kept at it, kept getting that damage fixed, and after all that, you wind up on the podium.
Yeah, it definitely paid off. I think it actually helped our strategy there, being able to save an extra set, because at the end of stage 1, I took tires when I probably shouldn't have, and yeah, just glad we could bring it home on the podium.
Well, it showed good speed last weweek at Dover as well. Obviously, running your first couple of starts on Tuesday nights, but good speed at Dover, good speed here. So, and really, it'd be easy to say, I won stage 1, and then I'm in a wreck, and my truck's tore up, and I'm going to quit. But able to fight back, and you were moving there at the end. If that went green, you might have even had a shot at the second or even the win, but good perseverance there.
Yeah, well, glad that our teammate Jared Wishin could get it done.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on the podium, and we'll let you get your shout-outs in if you have any.
Thank you. Shout out Elite Motorsports, Premier Setup Shop, and Diecast Fan.
Congratulations again. Hope to see you next week. Short, sweet, to the point. Yeah, that was a quick one. He was on it. He's ready to go. Very fun race overall. Charlotte delivered again.
Charlotte puts on a show. Yeah,
it does. I mean, that battle, the Carlos Ortiz, Henderson, Hodison, Cody Porter wishing was right there. I mean, that's good stuff. That is good stuff. Strategy calls again paying off for the few that are brave enough to say, "Hey, I'm just gonna completely throw stage 2 in the towel. Like I'm just throwing in the towel on stage 2." So, good stuff. We'll update Pete's team for next week. Elite Motorsports will get him going and locked and loaded. Jared, wishing your winner, Cody Porter, Pete Tart, your podium. Overtime tonight, 136 instead of 134. 8 different leaders with 10 green flag lead changes, 11 cautions, 9 incidents, 2 stages. John Wilco, your biggest mover. Ortiz leading the most laps, ran out of tires, finished P10. Pete Tart with the fastest lap of the race, and pole position with the Maddox Beard, who ends up on the lead lap at 19th, fought the whole race to get his 2 laps back, and at least gets the lead lap finish for his troubles. But good finish for John Wilco there with that hard charger. We had to send 8 people home tonight, so just the overall health of the NSRL, especially Monday Night NASCAR, Tuesday Night NASCAR, just phenomenal growth for them, and even getting Dean Thompson to show up last night, so that's pretty cool. League's in a really good spot. I believe it was 21, 22 cars in the lead lap, and attrition back down 24th to 36. We only had 35 then. I don't know who that 36 spot was supposed to be. I think it was Mackin, but
yeah,
not 100% certain, but we had one more in the field. But that was fun. We are back next week for Nashville on Monday night, guaranteed, and then truck schedule. Where are we when in next?
Nashville
doubleheader again next week. They actually got a string of truck races for us. So doubleheader again next weekend, or next week, Monday and Tuesday, and we'll see you guys there.